You may be wondering to yourself, that does not look like gold wheels on a Subaru behind me. You may be thinking, what is a German car such as a Volkswagen doing on the lift of a Kartboy video? I'm here to tell you that for some reason I have a Volkswagen, and the weirder, stranger thing is that we actually do have MQB Endlinks. So today I'm going to be doing a full-on installation video on how to get some Endlinks, but also in addition to that, I did get myself a sway bar that I want to throw on this car because my previous car, a Mark 7 GTI, had an H&R 26mm sway bar. I want that on this car because I hate the Mark 8 for everything that it is. Hopefully this makes it better. That said, however, I have a wide assortment of tools here, which I will have a list here of everything you need. And most importantly, your emotional support drink, because you're gonna need it. Let's get her done. Now, before we get access to taking off the Endlinks, we're going to take off this little shielding here. This looks to be like a little bit of a 10 mil down here, but basically we're going to take this off so we can get access to all this. It'll also make it easier to fish the sway bar off later as well. And now these little plastic retainer clips, try not to break them. Ask me how I know. We got it out. Sort of. There we go. All right, so I got one side off. For your purposes, I'm going to show you how to take off the stock end link, which is going to be this side, which is not stripped. And then the other side, I'm just going to fish out, which you will also see on camera. However, for the purposes of removing your end link, I will just show you this side, which you will just replicate on the other side, and it's ideally not stripped. Tool-wise, here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need a ratcheting wrench, and now, again, here's another mistake I made. You're gonna want to get a long version of these. You want the shorties because that helps you on removing the brackets. However, a longer version of these would be helpful. I'm making do with a very, very stubby extension, and I'll show you how to use that. And then, of course, the ratcheting wrench. So pay attention, kids. So what you wanna do, and hopefully you can see on camera, hopefully I'm not blocking it, get your ratcheting wrench on there. Come on, work with me here. The end link's getting a little bit in the way here, so if I wanted to, I could set it on the ground and make my life a little bit easier. And then you'll get your little M6 socket right into the middle of it, and then you'll just pull this bad boy down to loosen it. I already broke the bolt, obviously, to make life a little bit easier for filming purposes. One thing worth noting, by the way, also get a smaller one of these. This isn't exactly the biggest, but still gets in the way quite a bit. So if you have a small one, I highly suggest it. All right, we got her. And now we can get the bottom. We're going to have a 13 mil ratcheting wrench there. And should be able to spin it off with my hand there again. And now, in theory, my end link should come right off. It's that easy. I wish the other side was that easy. That was nice and easy. That was really easy. I wish everything was that easy. And now you're gonna wanna use an M10 here. Again, it's easier with extensions sometimes, but we'll see what I can do with this bad boy. So I'll start with the bottom. Not for any particular reason. And once you get her going, you could probably take it off with your fingers. Watch your noggin too, by the way. Things are about to start falling out of this car. Not like in Subarus though, where everything's rusty and things fall out without you choosing to do so. This is purely by choice. To be honest with you, the shorties work just fine here. This is 100% my first time doing this. Alrighty, and we got that one off. Now we're gonna head to the other side and get that one off as well. And you may be wondering to yourself, hey, there's an end link still there. That's because I stripped the bolt, as I mentioned earlier. However, we're still gonna focus on getting off this sway bar bracket. I heard somewhere that this is one-time use hardware. However, for the purposes of this video, we're only focused on the Endlinks, which comes with brand new hardware anyway. And my sway bar having one-time use hardware is not my concern at this point in time. This one has a little less space, unfortunately, than the right side, but we're still doing good. Now to try again to fish this out with the end link on, so that'll be fun. We forget to take the bottom part of this off. That's not going anywhere without that off, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Rookie. Alrighty. Rest my hand. All right, we got that off now. Yes! Finally! It was the sensor, by the way. All right, so I had to wrestle that for a little bit. So I had to take this little guy off. Thankfully, it rotates. Maybe you have a little bit of luck. Again, if you are able to get your end links off, it's a lot easier, so don't strip a bolt. But if you are able to get around this bad boy, I was able to fish it out. Getting this out of the way without breaking it, we got her out. All right, now let's try to get the new sway bar in and the Kartboy end links, which is what this video is about. Oh, that was so much easier going in. Hold on, not quite. Up, and we're up. So much easier going in. Alrighty, so we got the Kartboy end link here. So what I'm gonna do here, and we're gonna deal with all this reassembly later, of course, but let's get the top part. So we have to spend some time rotating this a little bit, just to get that bad boy in there. And now, so obviously that's gonna sit in there like this. So let's get the whole spacer washer set up in there. So you got the fastener here, the washer, end link, the little spacer, which is included in your kit, and then that's going to go up against the sway bar, like so. Fish that in there. Washer. And then, I forgot my nut. Reach. Oh. Thank goodness for long arms. So we'll get that top one going. All right, so we got that in there, and now we'll tighten that all down in a second. And now you got two big spacers that's gonna go on the bottom of the end link up in here. Now this one is gonna be a little tricky to show you. Rotate some stuff around. And now getting that last big one in there is gonna be a bit of a pain in the butt. And I dropped it in there, but we persevere. And again, you're using the stock factory hardware for that bottom one. Torque her down to 55 Newton meters.
40 foot-pounds.
Or 40 foot-pounds if you use American metrics, because Mark said so. Alrighty. And at this point, make sure you've snugged down the little brackets back here as well. And I will throw the torque spec right here for you to know. And that's it. Here's my MK8 GTI back on the ground. I'm gonna go test out this sway bar. Hopefully it does something. Hold on. Here's this little guy. This guy's like maybe 5 pounds. But anyways, we are talking about Kartboy. If you would like to get yourself a set of MQB Endlinks, you can go to www.kartboy.com. And if you have any Kartboy related questions, you can go ahead and shoot me an email. I'm the one that's most likely going to see any support emails, which means I just get to bother Mark. Which honestly, give me some more support. That way I can message him because he doesn't talk to me anymore. But anyways, email us at supportboy@kartboy.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Let us know what you would like to see for the next install. Bye.